YouTube friends, I am back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about appreciating yourself more than ever because you only get one body. When I say appreciating yourself, I mean you do not need to wait for other people to appreciate yourself. There are ways that you can be appreciating yourself that benefits your mind and your body. Number one is making sure that you are moisturizing your skin. Now we are washing our hands more than ever. We do not notice that they are drying out or that we are drying them out, constantly stripping them of their moisture. If they feel dry, they look dry, you need to go put some lotion on them hands to make sure that you're moisturizing them. My favorite thing to do to put the moisture back in my skin and to take off some of the roughness is to create an exfoliating sugar scrub, which is two simple ingredients: coconut oil and sugar. You mix it up, rub your hands together for about 5 to 10 minutes. That makes your hands feel new, fresh, and they look new and fresh. It will leave your hands glowing and looking good.
Dang, that looked good.
Number two is eating right and drinking plenty of water. Water is a main part of our body, about 80 to 90%. So you need to make sure you're putting that back in daily. And on the note of eating right, when you go to the grocery store, you need to make sure ahead of time you have that list planned out. You have it rolled out that I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that. And for the rest of the week, I'm going to be eating healthy foods, healthy meals, healthy dinners, healthy lunches, healthy breakfasts. The best way to restrict yourself from eating unhealthy foods and sugary foods is to not even put that on your list. When you go to the grocery store and you have a list and you only buy what is on that list, you don't pick up anything else. So nothing that is high in sugar content, salt content, and highly processed as well. Today, a lot of things can be so tempting as of sweets and candies, and we do not realize that when we eat these often long term, it can lead to long-term health issues, things like diabetes and high blood pressure. So you want to make sure that you are taking on a lifestyle that will help you possibly avoid those things. Some things are unavoidable and some things just happen, but you want to make sure you're taking the right routine, the right steps to try to avoid those things. And I'm not a doctor, but this has been proven that too many sweets, too much high of a sugar intake, too much of a salt intake can lead to long-term health issues in the long run. And you do not want to look up and go to the doctor and see that you have some kind of health issue, especially depending on your family background. When you are going to the grocery store, you want to make sure you're not picking those things up. And if you do, make sure it's like here and there, maybe once a month you get to pick up that cupcake or that cookie that looks good. I know that sounds like a lot, but when you minimize yourself to and get into a routine of eating fruits, so that can take over that feeling of sweet tooth. So I noticed that when I eat a lot of smoothies, I want less sugary foods. That is satisfying. The smoothies are satisfying that sweet tooth. I'm not saying to eat a smoothie every day because they are high in sugar too, depending on what you put in there. So if you put one banana, and I like to put other ingredients that have less sugar than that banana, that is a great sugar replacement for that sweet tooth. Number three is take care of that mind. You do not need to stress about those little things that you cannot control. And stressing about things that you can't control is not going to change anything. So make sure you're being positive, thinking positive, speaking to yourself positive, because that negativity that you're doing in your mind can also stress you out. So when you're telling yourself that, yeah, I had a bad day, but it will get better, that's positive. Or, yes, this situation is stressful, but it will get better. So stay positive, be positive. Number four, it is okay to treat yourself. Treat yourself sometime, not all the time, especially if it's sugary snacks or whatever, but treat yourself. So if you want to go see that movie at the movie theater, take yourself. Don't wait for somebody to take you.
Sometimes it's just lonely.
Take a walk in the park. Don't wait for somebody to take you, take yourself. And that also goes into appreciating yourself. So you're giving yourself a meaningful, fulfilling, and fun life by not waiting on people to take you to this place. You really want to include some fun in your schedule after a stressful week. So you take yourself to that favorite movie or that favorite restaurant that you've been wanting to go to. You do not need to wait for your friend to message you and hit you up and say, hey, do you want to go do and hey, do you want to go do that? Because if you sit around and you wait for someone else to invite you somewhere just to go, you won't ever have fun.
I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored. Don't know what to do, cause I'm fucking bored.
You have to appreciate yourself, appreciate your time by taking yourself to a new place or your favorite place. And that is a big part in finding yourself and finding what makes you happy is learning how to go to these places by yourself. So learning how to go to movies by yourself, learning to go to a restaurant by yourself, learning to take a walk in the park by yourself, everything that you would usually typically do with someone else or go somewhere with someone else, you're learning to do these things by yourself. And that does create happiness and fulfillment into your life. And the last one is making sure that you have a hobby. So we do get busy day to day with the things that we need to really be working on or with our schedule of work. And we need to make sure we're including something that makes us happy, which is working out or making art, making clothing, making music, anything that you can make as a hobby, something creative. A lot of times people believe that they do not have a niche in being creative or they do not have a skill in being creative, but you don't need to be perfect to be creative. And I'll say that again, you don't need to be perfect to be creative. So you find something that speaks to you. So if that's painting, that's making music, that's creating jewelry, find something that speaks to you, something that makes you happy. You can see here, this is one of the necklaces that I made. And I do make a lot of different other jewelries and what should I say? I do make a lot of other necklaces and earrings as well. But this is just a therapeutic thing for me and also a creative thing for me because I noticed when I would go to the store and I would try to pick out jewelry or earrings for an event or a fashion photo shoot, I couldn't find anything. So I make things that I like and things that I feel that look nice and fit my style. But it's also a sort of hobby as well. On the side of always working, you have something on the side that is getting your mind into a relaxing and soothing place. So I find for me when I go to work on my paintings, it is relaxing. It has me wind down for the day. In the mix of that, I am still creating. I am making something that is possibly tangible to be sold or presented. So you can use your creativity in a way or use your hobbies in a way that will benefit you in the long run and that will also make you happy in the long run as well. So including a hobby in your day is giving you something to look forward to. So you don't want to just be going to work, doing the same routine, going to work, going home, watching TV, and getting into that same routine. So you want to make sure you're including something that makes you happy, makes you want to wake up and work on it, and makes you want to go home and work on it. And also me doing these videos can be a form of hobby as well for me because it gives me something to look forward to the day. I'm like, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna do my YouTube video, or I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna do my YouTube video. And I just really simply enjoy editing these and making these and speaking through the camera to you guys and to an audience. So that's something that can be a hobby that makes you happy. And as you can see here, like I got so much enjoyment of just setting this up, simply setting up a space where I can record and where I can just look my best. So what I can say to finish that off is that you want your cup to be overflowing in happiness and overflowing in joy from these hobbies that you have collected into your and incorporated into your life. So those those are the ways that you can be appreciating yourself. Thank you for coming to the video again. Just make sure that you are appreciating yourself. You don't need to wait for someone else to do it. You don't need to wait for someone else to do something for you.
I just want to be appreciated. I want to be appreciated. I want to be appreciated.
You gotta make sure you are loving yourself, appreciating yourself, loving yourself, doing things for yourself, taking care of yourself. Thank you. Stay well, stay grounded.